Good morning, everybody. It is meteorologist into forecast, and welcome back to another video. Sorry, guys, I could not post yesterday because I had a soccer tournament after my after school, and once I got home it was around 10:30 p.m. So it was very late to make a video. So guys, let's get started in the video. This video is going to be about the severe weather with the possible tornadoes, multi-cell storms for parts of Texas in the south. It is starting today. I'm going to go through the weekend, even getting the southeast for parts on Sunday. But this is going to be very strong thunderstorms, possible tornadoes, large hail, and many more. But let's start getting the radar. So this is a different model we're starting off with. But let's just go on. This is the NAM 3 km. So in the next, this was actually in the beginning in the morning of Saturday. You can see that's where it was forming. Those severe thunderstorms just started really small, and then it gets bigger and bigger. So actually, sorry guys. So if we look at here, it gets very big, big bands of thunderstorms. You can see by that low, you can see very strong thunderstorms, with the red and the orange with. Those possible multi-cell storms could be the cause of some thunderstorms and hail, and then there can be scattered cell storms, one-cell storms that could bring small pea-sized hail. But this is a major area we really need to watch out for. It's going to bring a good amount of rain. So yeah, it's going to bring a lot of rain and also possible flooding, and then possible isolated tornadoes. Let's go. This is actually, sorry guys for keep on moving. This is midday Saturday. A very strong band of heavy thunderstorms right here. Very strong thunderstorms. And it's going to start bringing another band to parts of Arkansas and Texas. It's going to bring so here's the major part of the storm right here. Very heavy snow right there. Or sorry, not heavy snow, heavy rain. With the heaviest right here in the middle where that band is with the purplish pink, which has the biggest threat, and then there's a low. That low right there is going to bring that heavy rain for parts of Texas in the south. And you can see from that major part of the rain, it's bringing a band of just scattered thunderstorms, which those can be the one-cell storms right here, as they are not. This will be the multi-cell storm that will bring those thunderstorms or heavy thunderstorms and severe weather. And right here, these little storms can be the little cell storms that won't bring as much damage. So let's get into the next 27 hours, guys. So it's going to bring a lot of heavy rain for parts of northern Texas near Dallas. Very heavy rain. And there's also going to be some snow forming in this storm, actually. Some possible snow for parts of northern Texas. And then that low's right there with those heavy bands of thunderstorms stretching from parts of Arkansas to parts of southern Texas and even central Texas. Austin can get very heavy rain. And then you can have a severe weather outlook right here from northern Texas. And then it's going to be lighter rain near the snow. It's not really threatening the snow. It's right here with those heavy thunderstorms, actually. So let's just move on. See, so very bad as we go into late Saturday, guys. Hold on, guys. Let me just smooth this a little bit. Late Saturday, very heavy rain right here in western or eastern Texas, and for parts of western Arkansas. This is the area that's going to get very heavy rain. This is the area that can have the moderate chance for severe weather with the parts of Arkansas and Louisiana. And then another heavy band stretching, just hitting a part of the south very bad. And then that snow's going to bring it right there. But it's going to bring some moderate rain, for parts of eastern Oklahoma. And just this area is the area that's going to get the lot of rain. And then parts of Louisiana, from central to southern Louisiana, very heavy rain. But let's actually move on to see, just move a little bit. Okay, so this is still Saturday around the night. Bring some heavy rain for parts of southern Missouri and northern Arkansas with a very heavy band scattered all over the areas. Multi-cell storms can be right here. Another heavy band in front of the snowstorm for parts of northern Texas with the pink actually color. Very heavy rain. And then bring scattered areas with the heaviest thunderstorms. Like right here, right here you can see a big one, and then right here a big one, and then you can see the smaller ones stretching with those where those multi-cell storms can be and cause some tornadoes. The areas for the tornadoes in my area will be right here actually. I think this is the area where the tornadoes will be. Let me actually move that. I'm not saying they're going to be there, but I'm just saying there's possible. Right here is the area that I think has the biggest chance of getting hit by a tornado, looking at just the radar. And also bringing a very heavy band stretching from parts of southern Missouri all the way to parts of Louisiana. And it's actually the worst of it's actually for parts of northern and central Arkansas right here. Little Rock can get some severe weather, bringing some heavy rain in front of this the heaviest for parts of eastern Arkansas and western Tennessee, and then just bringing a lot of rain for parts of Louisiana, Mississippi. And then it's going to bring a very big band. It's actually going to bring a lot of heavy rain for parts of Illinois, and then stretching a heavy band from a couple of miles east of Memphis. And this is the big band we're looking at. Oh, sorry guys. This is the big band we're actually looking at, where it's going to bring from Alabama to parts of Louisiana and Mississippi. So let's look at this other one, see what it's looking like. So the next 12 hours, you can see a very heavy rain actually. This is a little less detailed than the one we just looked at. Let's look at 30 hours from now. You can see 30 hours from now, that heavy band that we saw in there. Very heavy band of this heavy snow. And that's even getting to parts of northern Tennessee, southern Kentucky, and then bringing some moderate rain for the back of the storm. The next 42 hours is going to get into parts of southeast, and it's going to be quite severe for parts of southeast on Sunday, getting some rain for parts of the northeast, but it's not going to be as bad. It's not going to be as heavy, and then it's just going to move off into the Atlantic Ocean, bringing quite a moderate rain for parts of the northeast, but the heaviest amount of, or the area for the severe weather will be in the south and the southeast. So guys, let's look at what it's looking like today. So this is basically the outlooks it's looking like. So in the dark green we have the marginal risk. So that area can have just some severe or just some heavy rain. So it's going to be around over for parts of northern Arkansas, parts of southern Texas, parts of Alabama, and northwestern Georgia. This is for today, guys. And then the yellow, we have a slight chance, including parts of Houston, San Antonio, Dallas, Austin, Memphis. This area can have some thunderstorms, severe at some times, but not gonna have the worst of the storm today, because it's gonna be for the areas. It's gonna be over here today. It's not, so that's why it's gonna be a marginal or a slight chance. For the yellow or oranges, you have the enhanced. That area has a very big chance for severe weather. That includes parts of Baton Rouge, Lafayette, and Tyler, Texas, and Beaumont, Texas. So it's going to be including just the western parts, stretching to all the way to parts of Mississippi. These areas can have the biggest chance for the severe weather with large hail in parts and isolated tornadoes. And then in the red, that's the worst. That's moderate, including Jackson, Mississippi, Monroe, Alexandria, Greensville, and other parts of Mississippi and Texas, near the Texas border in Louisiana. That's where they're going to have that heavy band stretching, and that's what you saw on the radar, the first one. And that's why it's very, very strong thunderstorms for parts in the moderate. The areas in the red have the biggest chance for the severe weather today. So that's what it's looking like. Let's just look at what it says. There's a moderate risk of severe thunderstorms over parts of East Texas, central and northern Louisiana, southeastern Arkansas, and western central Mississippi. Tornadoes some potentially strong to violent EF2 or more, or bigger, so EF3 or EF4. That's very dangerous. It's not it that's an EF2 at least for those areas. So in that red areas, you can have an EF2 or more. And then just other things of talking about the severe outlooks. This is going to the other parts. Severe thunderstorms going across portions of the hill country southward of Rio Grande, and then these are the separate parts for the states. But very scary scary times today for parts of these areas. That's they need to evacuate. Actually, if you're in the red, you really need to evacuate because there's a very big chance it's gonna hit you with a tornado. This is tomorrow, so Sunday, as you saw on the radar, it moved into parts of the southeast. So I'm actually in the enhanced risk actually with parts of all the way to Ohio. So I think the best place for them actually enhanced is going to be northern Georgia, southern Tennessee, and parts of the mountains. I think that's going to be the areas that have the biggest threat out of the enhanced. I think it's just going to be just moderate here. Or not moderate like the red, but I think just moderate rain as the highest with the heaviest band will be in the southern part. So parts of all the way to the northeast to parts of southern or northern Florida and the marginal, including Indianapolis, Baltimore, Washington, Cleveland, and Virginia. And then the enhanced, including Columbus, Charlotte, Atlanta, Lexington, and Knoxville, and other cities. And then the slight, including Nashville, Raleigh, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, and Louisville. So that's what's looking like today, or sorry, tomorrow. Looking a lot better compared to today. So let's just look at how much rain the areas in the south are getting. This is the end of the storm. Again, the areas in the moderate areas for today, like Louisiana and eastern Texas and southwestern Arkansas, those areas are going to get the most rain out of this storm, getting from 3 to 4 inches. The most will be in the parts of the western area of Louisiana. New Orleans actually not going to get a lot of rain from the storm, but they're going to get some severe thunderstorms. And then this is just going to be the general area that had the most rain. And different parts of Arkansas can have 2 to 3 inches. But that was just a quick look. And the rain, Dallas can have about 2 to 3 inches. Oops, sorry, did not mean to go that far. And then from parts near the snowstorm or that snow can get from 2 to 3 inches, and then south that's not going to get a lot of rain, as it would just be a heavy bands for parts of the eastern part of Texas. So let's look at Ventusky. This is a thunderstorm to Cape. So I don't know if you guys know, but the higher the number as you look, so the higher the number, it's the bigger the threat. So this is today at 11. For parts of Houston, it has 2,700 joules per kilogram. That is actually pretty it's around moderate. It's not high, but it's not low. But it's not high, but it's moderate. But for parts of southern Texas, we have 2,900 joules per kilogram. That's getting pretty high. And then we have 3,000 west of Houston. That's very, very high. And then 2,400 San Antonio. But remember, 11 a.m. is just getting for parts of these areas, and it's going to get a lot worse. And then we have 3,000, 2,900 joules per kilogram, 3,100 joules per kilogram north of Houston. And then it's not that bad. The highest would just be at 3,100. But 2 p.m. was one of the worst hours of today. So let's get to parts of Texas. We can have 3,600 joules per kilogram. That is very high. That is going to have a big chance for severe thunderstorms. And it's going to have a lot of energy to create some hail and tornadoes. This is where we're going to have the multi-cell thunderstorms. And it does. So 3,600 or the 3,400s. Those are the areas that are going to have a lot of energy. Let's go to Houston. Has 3,600 joules per kilogram. 3,600 for parts of the coast, 3,200. Let's go to right here, see if 3,800. north of Houston, we have 3,800 joules per kilogram. Now, that's a lot. That's very, very high. And I'm getting very actually nervous for these people in Houston, such as DTU is at a 3,700 joules per kilogram, as there can be a tornado there. Dallas, not really that high. We'll go to parts of Louisiana, 3,600 joules per kilogram for those areas, but very high generally in this area. It's something we really need to watch out for. It's very dangerous. You're probably thinking, what does this mean? Well, it's just the amount of energy behind these storms. It's very high. If you get to the 4,000, now that's very severe. And you can see it's in the parts of the west or eastern part of Texas. And let's get to the part. Let's get at 5 p.m. 5 p.m. looking very bad for parts of the western part of Texas for the western part of Louisiana and the eastern part of Texas, as it's moving to the east as we go tonight. 3,800 joules per kilogram for parts of eastern Texas. We have 3,600. We have 3,500 joules per kilogram for parts of Central Louisiana. 3,300 for parts of northeastern. We can have 3,400, 3,600, 3,800, 3,900 joules per kilogram, a couple miles of the border of Louisiana. We have 3,800. I think I just saw 4,000 right here. I think I just saw 4,000. Oh, look. We have a 4,000 right here somewhere. 4,100 joules per kilogram, guys, for northeastern Texas. Right here is the biggest threat for 5 p.m. as it has 4,100 joules per kilogram. And then these areas have the 3,600 in between 3,900. You're probably thinking it's only a 200 joule per kilogram difference for some areas. That is very high though, 4,100. We have 3,600, 3,800, but right here is the big area. Let's go to 8 p.m. This is actually, guys, this is today if you guys didn't know. And it's a bit calmer in the low 3,000s, the high 2,000 joules per kilogram as it's moving east. Today is the worst day for the south, not the southeast. I'm talking about the south, because tomorrow is going to be very calm. This is tomorrow at 11 a.m. You can see just most of it's in the parts of the southeast as it is moving there tomorrow. You're not going to see a lot of action for parts of the south. It's only 100 joules per kilogram, so it's going to be the worst is going to be for the southeast. So yeah, let's check out one more thing before we go. So this is the radar, the live radar right now, and then it has the chances of a severe thunderstorm with tornadoes. You can see in the moderate chance is just getting that rain right now, and then for parts of the marginal, getting that heavy rain right now as we speak, and then for parts of the enhanced risk, getting that rain for parts of the eastern part, the central part of Arkansas. You can just see where it's going to be moving to the east, but this is really cool as it has a radar, and then having the areas of just the chances of getting severe weather. And you can see the moderate's just getting the rain right now, and the enhanced is getting that rain too. So guys, I hope you guys liked this video. Hopefully it wasn't too long, just trying to explain the severe weather. I used a very specific radars and other things. So hope you guys liked this video. Please do not forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. We're very close to 700. And yeah, see you guys in the next video.